hear a Chicago accent.
Really? Oh my God. Actually, somebody had told me that there's a boy actually. He told me that I sounded like Kanye West. And I was like, oh,
I don't see
yeah,
that, but that's fucking cool though.
yeah, I don't think I sound like him. I kind of hope I don't sound like a grown man, but I think he
Yeah.
just meant as in a Chicago accent.
What's the cat thing in the background on that picture?
There's a cat?
It's like a cat like thing. Like, do you see it? Like, right? Like, if you look at the picture, do you see in the
Oh,
background there's like a thing?
yeah, that's like a little pillow that's sitting on my bunny's cage. I make normally anywhere between $500 to $1,000 a week.
Okay, that's pretty solid.
Yeah,
Like,
it's better than what I made at Panera Bread or Forever 21.
are there any like
And then,
secrets on the menu or anything? Like, are there any like Panera secrets? Like, tell us.
no, there's not. But I would like to say that a lot of people like would come in and they would say like, "Can I have fresh made cookies? Like I don't want the old ones." And it's just like that would always make me mad because literally every single
Welcome.
night all of the cookies and like pastries that we have left over, we donate and it gets picked up in the morning by like homeless shelters and things like that, and we make fresh cookies every single day like overnight. That's like something that I guess is good to know that everything there, at least at the location I worked at, is always fresh.
So you used to work retail, but then now you're doing kind of like just modeling full time in addition to going to school.
Yes.
Damn, girl, you grew fast, huh? Because you're, let me see here my notes. You're the top 2.5. How does like OnlyFans work? Is it like, do you guys have like a live chat?
So you can live stream on OnlyFans, but I personally don't that much. I normally um just like send out videos like massively. Like I'll send like a mass message of certain videos I take, then some are posted onto my feed, and then I also do like requests. Yeah, I started school in January and I started my OnlyFans in November. Desiree is my full name, so like Des or Desi are my nicknames.
Oh, that's cute. What's up, Artama? Hi. But see, sometimes girls will be like in the da 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 percent, like obviously like different ones. How does it work? Is it like the most clicked on?
I actually don't know how it works. I don't know if it goes based off of subscribers, the most clicked on, like just viewed in general. I have no clue. I know that when I first joined, I remember like moving up to like maybe the top, I'd say 40% pretty fast. Like, and then I'd kind of stay moving pretty fast until I got to like around the top 7%. I recently actually did my hair myself, being can't really go out and get my hair done right now because of everything happening.
Yeah.
But normally, when I was getting my hair done at a salon, they were using Redken toners on me. But when I did mine myself the other day, I used the Ion Platinum Lace one. I think a big thing that I found that's helped me grow is just like I would like find other girls with similar styles to me and just like making friends like through Instagram, and then like they'll like be like hyping you up and then maybe their followers see it and just honestly making friends.
How has like the OnlyFans community been? Like, has it been like really friendly? Has it been really competitive? I always hear like really good things about it, but I was just curious to your experience.
I think it's like definitely a mixture of both a little bit. I feel like when I first started, mostly I noticed just all positive feedback and like was like getting excited when I'd see other girls would follow me with like stuff about that in their bio and was just like, "Oh, cool, like my coworkers." And then I think that like once you start to get to like a certain percentage, like some people may like start expecting things from you, and
What do you
I
mean
don't know,
by
I've
that?
noticed that with growing. Okay, so I feel like since my page has grown, that a lot of people that like I knew in real life, like before this, that just like didn't care about me or ever talk to me, or even if I would try to talk to them, like suddenly are like, "Oh, let's hang out," or "Why don't we ever talk?" A lot of girls that I know in real life that like used to like, I don't know, like just would like talk crap about me would be like, "Oh, like should I make an OnlyFans? How does it work?" and just asking me for advice, and I'm just like, "You never talked to me before."
Does it annoy you when people are like, oh, I want to do it, or like, oh, I think it'd be easy? Because like, I feel like it'd be really difficult actually to like maintain it and grow it. Like, you should be like proud of it.
Yeah, I think when a lot of people ask me, they're like, "Oh, is it easy?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know because everybody has like a different experience. Everybody." And on OnlyFans, like people post a lot of different stuff. Like some girls will post like full on porn where some will just post maybe lingerie pictures, and then like if you think of Trisha, she posts just like actual like videos of her. Just like a lot of girls when they come to me, they're just like, well, what do you post? What should I post? And I'm just like, well, I don't know. Like I would post like nudes and then like other stuff, like solo stuff though only. It's actually technically called like a cosmetologist,
A
even when
cosmetologist.
hair and all of that, like say I like everything hair kind of falls under a cosmetology license. I can do both right now. So I just started in January, and I was supposed to finish core, which is basically the first couple months just learning all the basics of everything, and we would work on our doll heads on like each other sometimes, but then we had to take our finals to be able to do like start working on the floor and taking guests, and then that's when you can decide like as far as hair goes, like do you want to specialize in cutting, color, things like that. But I actually did not get to take my core finals because my school ended up closing the week
Oh,
before. I was supposed to be taking the extended makeup program over the summer, which is when I'll learn more makeup stuff, whereas right now I've just learned mostly hair. But I know that that will probably get like pushed back a little bit.
a question I missed before that Dolly asked.
My tips for growing social media would be, I would say, do like in the beginning, definitely, especially do shout out for shout outs with like everybody. Like even if it's just story shout outs.
Do you think your work in digital waifuism changed your view of men at all?
I would say, yeah, I think a little bit. Just because I feel like it has changed a lot what men think of me.
What do you mean by that?
Like I feel like dating has been very like it's like more difficult. Like I've dated a couple people since then, like had a thing with like a few people, but nothing like really serious, I would say.
Yeah. Has it changed your view of like dating or like romance or anything?
Yeah, dating has been like a lot harder for me because I feel like okay, so it's like people like when I actually normally like say like a guy will like message me and then I reply, and then normally like initially in the beginning everything will really like be cool, but then they kind of like always end up saying the same thing along the lines of that like they like don't feel comfortable because they feel like everybody can see me, and like just like that they're like jealous almost. And then
Right.
it just is like, well, it's my job. I don't know what to say.
When you are talking to someone, do you tell them straight up, like right off the bat, or do you like kind of wait till like things get closer and then tell them?
Well, most of the time the thing is that they do know straight off the bat because they're usually reaching out to me on Instagram, or they have seen my Instagram even if we like knew each other in real life before then. I get a lot of my clothes from Dolls Kill, and also I will shop at the mall sometimes. Like Akira's cute.
So, like, what I guess kind of prompted you to get into OnlyFans? Like, was it just seeing people online doing it?
Actually, I don't know if you follow her, but my one of my Instagram friends, her name's Belle Taylor. She we like both like we became friends through she was reposted on Sugar Thrill's page, and I'd commented, and then she like replied to my comment and we started following each other. But she started doing OnlyFans and she was having a lot of success with it, and then I broke my phone right before I went to California in October for a couple weeks. And so, well, I didn't break it really, but it was like not working right. Welcome. And so I had to get a new phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then um I ended up having like three payments I was gonna have to make on my phone of like almost $300 like each month, and I was like I need to do something. And like I was like just about to quit my job at Forever 21, and she was like telling me I should try it out. And then
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, that's kind of how I got into it. Yeah.
So, having done it now 6 months, like, what's something you wish you had known when you went into it, like when you started?
I wish that I would have known um how to like caption my videos that I would send out, like the ones that like I do, like when I do exclusive ones that you have to pay for, like I feel like a lot of times they wouldn't get bought as much as they do now just because I didn't know how to title them. I was actually kind of like dating this guy, I guess, ish. His name's Dylan. I mean, it doesn't matter if I say it, nobody knows him, but just remember that it like was just always like a reoccurring issue of like he would just bring it up because it made him feel insecure, and would just say like that he didn't feel like anything was special, and then that's actually the same thing was said to me by this guy that who actually he had slid into my DMs, and then I started talking to him, and then we started texting, and then like out of nowhere he basically told me that like he didn't feel like I was special because I had an OnlyFans. I don't know, like it is like hard to like deal with sometimes, just like if somebody says that to you kind of off the bat, it's like whatever, like you're a jerk, like I don't want to talk to you, but once you're like already talking to somebody and then they kind of say that, like obviously you have feelings at that
Yeah.
point, so then it's kind of like hard.
Do you feel like it's like sometimes like guys will almost like date you or like they'll find you like from Instagram or whatever and like you'll start talking and they'll try to like make it to be like, oh, like let me take you out of the life kind of thing.
Yes, and it's like I'm like I have a car payment. Like now it's definitely like I'm more into it. Like I engage with obviously my fans a lot and talk to them, and then also to just like getting to know that like some people will say that like it makes their days better to like get to see my post on there or even just my Instagram. So when I originally started school, I was super excited about doing hair and that had been like my passion. But then once I started, like it was like getting like hard for me to stay super into and kind of falling out once I realized how hard some things were. And then I think like right as my finals were coming along before my school shut down, kind of like my plan in my head was that I actually wanted to switch to schooling full time instead of part time and then still do my OnlyFans just so I could graduate sooner because I really want to move out of my house and like into like get my own apartment in LA, like maybe with a roommate or something.
Yeah.
And my plan was kind of to stay doing OnlyFans for like a few years and then maybe like eventually like I still like would want to do hair on the side somewhere and just like have both of those incomes and then eventually, like build my clientele and do hair. When my parents got divorced, they both got like in more relationships and so my
Gotcha. Yeah.
mom had my younger brother and sister and then my dad had my brother, my little brother. So I have younger siblings as well.
And so many talents to know. I think you've done an amazing job balancing your OnlyFans with school stuff, and all of that is pretty inspiring.
Aw, thank you.
And then the same person will, I mean, it's really childish to be threatened because someone has an OnlyFans. Like, it's not their life. Why are you making it a problem? It's just a job for fuck's sakes. LOL, quick rant.
Yeah, exactly. I would say when I describe OnlyFans, so it's like a page that normally most people you pay to subscribe to monthly to see their content.
Like, how does the kind of logistics of it work?
Oh no. So normally there's only just one. Like you could just set one subscription price, but you could do like discounted subscriptions, which I do a lot. But you can only get like the discounted subscription price once normally, and then you have to pay their like full normal one after that. But buying anyone's OnlyFans gives you access to all of like the videos and pictures that they post like onto their actual page, but then also like if I were to take a video that like was exclusively like somebody asked for, then like normally like you guys would like mutually set a price for how much that video would be or picture, and then you would send it to like their profile personally like through your
Gotcha.
messages, but then they would basically have to pay to unlock the like whatever exclusive stuff that they wanted.
And so, how do you like decide like what to post? I guess. Like, I'm curious.
I do like look at like requests and things that people will ask me to post. So that's normally how I'll decide some of the stuff, while some will just be like more my aesthetic and like things that I like felt cute taking, I guess.
What is like one of the weirdest or like funniest requests you've gotten?
There are actually surprisingly like a lot of like feet requests. Yeah, like I feel like somebody could like say that they would like want maybe like a 2 minute long video of you doing something and you say okay, like that video is gonna cost $7, whereas somebody will say like can I get a just a picture of your feet or of your toes, and they'll be like I'll give you $20.
Do they just like, do they ever ask for samples?
Yeah, a lot of people ask that on Instagram.
Do you give a
Sometimes
sample?
it just depends on what it is, but normally I send everybody like the same sample. People compare it to like Pornhub and they're like, well, why don't you just like go on Pornhub? But I think with OnlyFans, you're definitely paying more for the person because it's more so like that you like that person rather than like just what the content is in general.
Like, do you feel like they do a good job? Do you feel like if you ever have an issue, like you can reach out to like OnlyFans and like they'll like email you back and stuff like that? Like, how is that part of it then?
That part has been like for the most part I haven't had any issues, but the one time that I have, it was kind of frustrating because basically they take like service fees out of like any transaction that you make, which like makes sense. But me, like I had thought that and like other people that I know that do OnlyFans that like 20% of that goes to like taxes, and I guess that they take like no taxes out, and I don't know if it was because I filled something out wrong, but when I reached out to them, they basically didn't get back to me. And then when they did, they said like to like that the service fees weren't for that, and then I couldn't really find a way to like refill stuff out in a way where it would take taxes out. So I don't know if that's just something that they don't do, but I was like when my mom was helping me file my taxes, like it's looking like I'm going to owe a lot of money.
Do you feel like being on OnlyFans has helped you like kind of like build more confidence and stuff?
I think so. Um I think some days it like definitely will make me like it will be a confidence like booster, and I will be like, well, there's like all these people that support me, and like I can like even if I feel like I have nobody to talk to, like being like, well, I know that like a lot of them like will respond pretty quickly too, and like just knowing that there are people that like support me and like what I'm doing and believe
Yeah.
in me like helps definitely. Also just seeing like nice like messages, things like that a lot. But I do think that the like ways that it has like negatively affected my confidences at times is just back to like things that like boys like will say.
Like what?
Oh, just like what I've told you about with like
Oh, like how like they have a
relationship
problem.
stuff.
Yeah, they don't want to like share you and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's like been
interesting.
kind of the only issue.
I feel like there's people that only follow for the lewd pictures and not for the artistic aspect of it. I feel like that's the end thing though, because I feel like with me, I get like, I mean, I don't even do sexual content and I get messages like that all the time. So it's like, I feel like you can't get away from it.
I definitely know I want to start posting on YouTube.
Someone in chat wants to know, does it annoy you when you have people in your DMs asking for feet pics?
I wouldn't say it's annoying because like if anything, I just like don't say anything. But
You just like
there are
ignore it.
definitely like a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always different. Like some people will be like, "Can you post a picture of like can I get a picture of your toes?" While other people say like of your feet. I think I have normal looking feet. For like a girl my age, probably all their feet look like this.
I think you told me you were a Sagittarius, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm gonna read you a couple Sagittarius traits and then you tell me if you feel like they're accurate to you. Venturous slash like the wanderer. Like the wanderlust, like looking for adventure, like roaming the fucking land, like looking for it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like you like to travel and stuff.
Yeah.
They say that the key phrase of a Sagittarius is, and I quote, I know. Do you think that's accurate to you?
Yeah,
Is
I would
it?
say so.
Are you like a know it all? I don't get that vibe from you at all, by the
I
way.
don't think I'm a know-it-all, but I do think that like a lot of times like in the like cuz I still am really respectful to people, but like I do think like a lot of times that like when people tell me things like in my head I still feel like I know like what's like the option that's for me.
Defender of others. Like, like they defend others a lot.
I do feel like yeah, I get pretty defensive over like anybody that I love usually.
I feel like you're like a lover, like you'll stand up for someone, like you like won't fuck around if like you love someone and they're like getting picked on or something. Kieran Beeran wants to know, this might be a personal question, but where do you plan to travel to when you're older?
I really want to travel to California again.
Yeah, come visit
I actually
me.
really want to move there. Like I don't like I always feel weird saying this, but I feel like I always like when I think of myself like I just like always think of like Sugar Thrills because like I'm
Me
constantly
too.
like
Yeah,
I
me
love
too.
their
Me, I
aesthetic.
literally, yup. I love their page layout.
I saw somebody post like a long time ago like it's okay to not be okay sometimes, and that's like really just like basic, but I feel like for like a really long time, especially like going into like my earlier teen years, like I would like feel sad and like I would always think like it's the end of the world or like that like I don't know like but like I just had to like I feel like just accepting and knowing like it's okay that I'm sad right now, like I'll
Yeah.
get through it has been like really like a good thing for me.